Hi guys, welcome back to Motorsport Manager. Fucking shattered, absolutely fucking shattered. Oh dear. Anyway, um, today we're in Beijing. Before we go into the race, let's talk about the last episode. So in the last episode, we managed to get ourselves third and fifth place, which was a cracking result, to be fair. Um, Considering how bad our car is, and that we've got pretty mediocre drivers, absolutely fucking spot on result. Um, You can see a big time difference, obviously, between Bauman and Shedden here, 17 seconds, but 25 points is not to be sniffed at. If we go to our standings now, you can see that we're sixth, 3 points ahead of Schnitzer in seventh, and 5 points ahead of HTP in eighth. The RWT and Alst still have no points whatsoever. We're only 1 point behind Yakko in fifth. I don't want to overachieve. I want to hit sixth, and I want to stay there, because next season, if we're still here next season, I want to be able to turn around and say, well, we're gonna finish eighth because that's more achievable. I think as well, next season we're gonna vote for another spec part. So as it stands, next season we'll have both the gearbox and suspension as spec. I think we're gonna add in the brakes as well. So obviously that won't take effect until the following season. But what happens? We've got free spec parts, which means our cost reduction is going to go down. Should mean our car is a bit more level pegging with everyone else too. And then we'll continue working on both the spoiler and the engine. Depending on how far behind we get on the engine, for example, because we're now only sixth, and our engines are top performance now for the engines we've got. We may end up going for spec engines instead of spec brakes. They're the most expensive, We'll see how it looks, going forward. Obviously, we do want to work a little bit on our headquarters too. So, I mean, we want to upgrade a lot of these buildings. We want to build a lot of new buildings. Job one, I think, for next season would probably be to upgrade our scouting facility. But we need to have money. So, obviously, we know we're going to put away about 9 million in money for next year's car. We've got 2 million at the minute. We're going to be making money on top of that, but not huge amounts. Sponsorship wise, this one ends in 2 races' time. Hopefully, we can get ourselves a big sponsor here. We'll get that sorted out, get a big sponsor in. Kaspersky have got another 6 races. Puma's got another 9. So we've got a little bit of time to hopefully pick up some cash. We know that we'll get about 7.5 to 8 million for finishing sixth if we finish sixth. If we finish seventh, we get not much below that. But yeah, anyway, let's get on to today's race. So as we are in Beijing, it looks like we're going to get Heavy Rain, which, by the way, Heavy Rain was it's a great game. It was a good story game for PlayStation 3. I'm going to drink me a cup of tea 1 minute. Oh. So, while we're waiting for the game to load in, don't forget that after this episode at 7 o'clock, there'll be a new episode of the Forza 7 series. It is going to be choppy again, this one. Tomorrow night's episode won't be choppy. It should be bang on. The reason I've continued with the uploads of the choppy episodes is because, well, I started running out of time. I was going to delete my save file, go back and start again. But, yeah, I just figured it might be easier to do that, because this baby still hasn't turned up yet, and it could even turn up today. In which case, you won't be getting you might not get an episode tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, we talked about this before, I'm sure we have. If you're new to the series and you've not heard me go on about this, then sorry. There's a baby on the way, and not being funny, I'm putting the baby before you guys. So we've got a bit of rain. I'm not going to be putting inters on. I don't care what this says. Fucking inters. I don't have last season's setup saved by the looks of things. Looks like I didn't bother. So S4, Kuva S4. I'm just going to quickly delete some of these. I need to thin out this herd. I'm letting things build up a bit. S3, 3. I don't know what year that was, so I'll delete that. Leave the other two on. Phoenix, S4 Flash. In that case, we can remove Schumacher's there. This is all stuff that I can only really do on the stream. On the recording, because I've got nowhere else. Basically, if I go into this at another time, we lose all of this. So if we delete that, the other two Rios. So otherwise, it's just going to become a big fucking mess. I don't deal with big fucking messes. Right, so we've got a load of Ardennes here. So which one's the latest? S3, S3, S4, S4. Right. So that one's an S4. That's S4. So if we delete the bottom two first, and then it'll be these middle two, won't it? Yeah. As I say, it's just about filling out a little bit. So Beijing, Mick Schumacher, load that up, and softs. So our guys are pretty much ready to rumble. Let's have a look at a bit of weight stripping. So crucial. We'll take them down to 85, I think, and we'll bring the others down to 80. Gearbox 83. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to bring that down any further, am I? Pardon me. Right. Oh, I thought I'd cleared that cough in the last couple of days, but it's just come back. I think it's just a bit of a chest infection. Right. Continue. I think a lot of it's just where, because I work around, obviously because I'm a bus driver, for those people who don't know or perhaps new, I am a bus driver. I think it's just because I work around big fucking diesel buses all day long. Gets into your lungs. Gets into your lungs. Right, get these guys going off on that. Speed this up. So there's going to be a fair bit of rain turning up later on. Part of me thinks we maybe should go for inters just because of the fact that there's going to be heavy rain in the race itself. But I want to get at least a little bit of knowledge on these softs. Alright, let's bring them in once we get here. Lovely, bring them in. So, you're happy with the gear ratios. So we've got a great, good and excellent. Before we change anything here, let's have a look. That handling's got to come this side, surely. Right. Just getting the handling right. With 94%, I want to say this might be enough of a change. So we'd leave that as it is. We'll take 8 laps worth. We'll stick some inters on now. There's a sustained period where there's going to be need for inters. Really hard to tell. The speed balance is going to be on this side. So if we go a little bit shorter. Handling wise, this could go either way. I want us to go this way, I believe. That might be another change here. 86% isn't good, but we'll work it out. Get these guys spinning it as quickly as possible. I wanted to leave them out till they get level 3 on race trim, ideally. Rain's going to dip, and then hopefully we'll stick them back out on softs, and yeah, we get that. So if we can bring these guys back in, we've got level 3 on the race trim. Won't quite achieve level 2 on inters, but I'm less concerned about that. So 96%. This handling could probably go a little bit further that way. I just don't want to upset the speed balance too much. Which way did we go here? I want to try and get that speed balance back on the mark. Handling slightly improved. Say slightly improved, it might not be. This might do something for us. I don't really know. It's hard to tell. Brake okay, great. So we went the wrong way there. You know what I didn't do? I didn't change Baum to qualifying trim, did I? Silly bastard. Right. So where were we? We were good there, good there. So we need to swing the handling back the other way. Setup wise, cornering, I want to do that. Speed balance, I mean we can try that. I don't think that's the right way. I think the speed balance needs to go the other way, but the handling needs to go further, I think. I think that's too much on the speed. Probably not enough on the handling. We'll give it a crack. We need to get Bellman back in straight away and get him switched off race trim. We need to get him on qualifying trim. Alright, so we've got excellent, excellent, excellent. So that's good. 99%. We'll go ahead and save that. So, Bellman, Beijing, S4. Lovely. Right. Keep on those tyres. 99%. Good work. Off you go. Wait. Did I put you on qualifying? I did. Fine. Keep going. If you push on the engine, back up on the tyre. No, wait. Back up on the engine. There we go. And you're on your way in. So what does we get with Shedden? Level 3 on the soft tyres is good. Didn't get to see what Shedden got. We'll have to wait a minute. No, Susie. No, Susie. Nay, good. Nay, good. Right. Car setup. Oh. 92%. I mean, it's still an improvement, but we're going to have to do a little bit of fucking around, I think. Little teeny weeny bit of fucking around. Do that. We'll send him out on a quick one of these softs. They're useless, so we may as well just run him out. Obviously, Bauman's all set. Don't need to worry about Bauman. Empty slots. We'll take the qualifying. Soft tyres and sweet spot. And we'll take qualifying and soft tyres here. Obviously, car setups are not ideal, but we'll do what we can. So, Shedden, if you go out really quickly now on those really shit tyres, I'd appreciate it. Get you autoed and brought in. The 94%. I mean, it's not brilliant, but I mean, we probably could get another lap out. Pardon me. I really do need to get that looked at. So the speed balance, I don't know if I want to touch it anymore. Ugh. Have I gone anywhere with the... Oh, okay, let's do this. And... that. Let's try this out. We'll do one more. Same tyres. Just to have a look-see. Should have time to do it. Bring you in. Got some rain turning up now. Should have went out, shouldn't I? Right, let's keep an eye on this rain real quick. It's going to dip away. Then come back. Right. Inters, please, mate. If I can go. We've got 94% still. Well. Inters as well. And it's gone wet. Fuck. It's not a good qualifying session for us. I completely forgot, but it said heavy rain. I should have set out earlier while it was still dry. But we're going to start way at the back of the pack. It's not going to make life easy at all. Not going to make life easy at all. That was my cock up. Jesus, Shen. Jesus. So, not good. Not good. That's not good either. Oh, why have I got this runny nose all of a sudden? Like, I was fine. And then I started recording. Race trim, softs, and race trim softs, or soft race trim. It's going to be rain very early on. I am going to take softs, and I'm going to burn the fuck out of softs. Got to work out here. 21 to 23, 73 laps. He may be able to do it on a two-stopper. Well, he won't because there's rain. So we're going to get about... We'll take 30 laps worth of fuel. We'll do the same here. Change to those tyres. We'll probably want a bit more than 30 laps worth of fuel. Let's take 42 laps worth of fuel for both drivers. Basically, my plan here is to make the most of the fact that other drivers are going to be using inters, gain quite a bit of speed on the softs, change, and hopefully come out ahead. Might work. So, let's have a quick look at that setup. 42 laps, softs. Yep. Weight stripping wise, do I want to take anything else? Not really. And we've got the drive strategy high. Let's go. So Patricia, Gunon, Rockefeller, Tomczyk, and Stippler, front five. Let's say hopefully this will work. Don't know if it will. Might lose too much time on the pit, but Bauman's got himself into a decent position. So okay, so it's worked for Bauman. So he's up into first. Shedden is in second now. We're going to get about 4 laps of this, and then we can switch. About 4 laps. We're going to get a few laps worth of this, and then we can switch in. Whether we go, I think we're going to wait for that second block. We'll wait for that second block. We're just about to hit the end of the first block. When the second block is done, or about to be done, we'll bring in first driver and then the second driver, and we'll put them on to inters. So Kielwitz has got a fastest lap. Kielwitz in third, but Kielwitz is on mediums. That's kind of understandable. But we've got ourselves a big gap between us and fourth place now because of that. Yeah, we're going to lose a bit of time soon, but I'm not so concerned about that. We'll bring in Shedden on this lap or the next lap. I want to bring Bauman in on the next lap. So if we bring Bauman in for this one, we'll take inters, fuel options. How much rain do we reckon there'll be? I mean, that's more wet weather, isn't it, I suppose? But I'll take the inters. We'll take one. No, won't bother. Yeah. And we'll take a safe one. I'll add 1 second on, but I don't want to make any mistakes. So that's there. We're starting to gain a bit of a gap between us and Kielwitz. We've got a massive gap between us and Patriciaco. He's probably going to have to change tyres soon, I should imagine. But they'll go on to wets at some point. Right, so Bowen's in. We're going to get the shed and set up to come in as well. Take inters. Or do you want... Yeah, we'll take inters, that's fine. Fuel options, give 1 more lap worth of fuel. And yeah. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but 1 lap's worth of fuel could make the difference going through. So we're going to stay high on the tyres for a minute. We're going to get them up to a decent temperature, which they are. Back off. Now. Obviously, Shedden's going to come in. We're going to get him to go on neutrals. Kielwitz is now into first place, but as Baumann comes out in second, Shedden in third. Shedden's got a 7-second gap between him and Patriciarca. We've got a 15-second gap between Baumann and Patriciarca. So doing that really was a top idea, if I may say so myself. We're going to keep pushing. No, we're going to go high on the engine. Got that temperature down, that's fine. We'll stick both drivers on neutral. We're going to lose a bit of time here, especially with Shedden, because obviously the other driver's going to be in a better position now. Because, well, we've got the same tyres as they have. Kielwitz is really making some time, but I think that's getting slowed down now thanks to the weather. I think we definitely did change our tyres at the right time. Shedden is maintaining a 6-ish second gap between him and Patriciarca. I think we may go overtake mode there. Baumann has just overtaken Kielwitz, so that's good. Didn't really need to push him either. I'm going to go to overtake mode for both of these guys. I want to try and gain a bit of distance between us and Patriciarca. As you can see, this gap has gone down to about 4 seconds now. Push your tyres a little bit. We can push your tyres a little bit. Let's go high on the fuel now instead. Gunon has locked up apparently. He's down in 10th. Yeah. So I don't think it's going to be... I don't think we need to worry too much about going on to wets. There's only a brief sort of high, and then it starts to trough back down. So, yeah. But we definitely made the right choice by going out on the softs to start. And I mean, look where we are at the minute. Okay, we had a pit stop. It was worth it. So if you find yourself in that situation where you've had a shit qualifying, or even if you've had a good qualifying, and you can see that it's going to be rain a few laps in, chances are the AAI have gone, we'll take inters, put softs on, gain yourself a big fucking bit of distance, and then come in and pit when you need to. It's definitely the way to do things. Yeah, we're doing alright here. 4 seconds still between Shed and Patriciarca, 9 between Baumann and Patriciarca, and obviously Patriciarca in third. Things carry on at this rate, we go up into fourth. And then we would need to, well, we would need to sort of, I don't know, we would have to sabotage ourselves a little bit. Can you come in for wets? No, you fucking cannot. Let's go down to neutral, please. And neutral, we may actually have to go conserve just to bring that tyre temperature down a touch quicker. Because although, I mean, we're going to need to use these tyres for another, well, I think we've got enough fuel to do it. It's just the, whether the tyres will last out. Because I think it's going to be a lap 30-ish. That starts to dip off enough for us to change. Neutral and neutral. We'll keep pushing. 6.5 seconds here between Shed and Patriciarca now. 10 seconds between us and Baumann. I want you to allow your teammate through. I want you to keep pushing Baumann as opposed to racing with each other. Yeah, I'll just have a cup of tea, put our feet up. So yeah, that's my recommendation. It's definitely the right thing to do. Definitely the right thing to do with regards to softs and stuff. That gap is getting bigger. Her tyre deck's starting to like really struggle now though. So that kind of makes sense. Only 2 seconds between Baumann and Shedden. Tyre temperatures are getting a bit fucking low, so let's push on those. I mean, push on those. Probably could come back on the fuel a little bit. You know what? Yeah, I mean, we don't really need to. We'll come back on the fuel a bit. I mean, may as well. It's a big fucking distance, a big gap. I mean, it's 11 seconds now between Shed and Patriciarca, and may as well conserve what fuel we can. And we're going to have to put a load of fuel in when we like pit next, so it makes sense to conserve a fair bit, because, well, time. That gap is getting rather large. Cabin is getting very large indeed. Let's have a look further in the track. Gunon and Haase have just exchanged position. We can see a group of 5 drivers here. Oh, jockeying for position. Who's that? That is Kielwitz. Just taking Haase. Kielwitz looks like he might get past Gunon. And he does not. He does not. Not yet anyway. He's not far away. Go on, try it. He's been trying it for a while now. He's managed it finally. Alright. Baumann, your tyres are looking good. Your tyre temperatures are looking good. Renault's coming on mediums. You'll see a lot of these drivers, I think, like Patriciaco, Rockenfeller, and that coming on mediums. We are not. Not yet, anyway. And we need to see these tyres out a little bit longer than I was hoping. At the end of the next trough, or this one, I want to wait until, if you're looking at these bars, I want to wait until the next bar, if possible, to come in and then switch tyres. Patriciaco's now in the pit. Rockenfeller hasn't yet. We're starting to lap drivers already, so that is, it's good, but it's also bad. It's going to slow us down. Rockenfeller's absolutely got to come in on this next lap, surely. But I mean, yeah, I mean, we're going to get caught. I mean, as you can see, Shedden got caught behind a couple of drivers there. In many ways, this is quite good because we're causing obstacles between us and the drivers behind us. But yeah, I think this is our race. We're just about to lap 11th place. Tyre temperatures, let's go neutral and neutral. They're getting a bit high, especially as we need to see out. Alright, so if we bring Shedden in on this one. Mediums, softs. We'll take softs. And then we'll finish him off on mediums. But I do want to chuck in a lot of fuel here. A little bit too much, really. But we can take a safe. We've got such a big gap. We can take a safe. And then Baumann can come in on the next one. We're not too concerned about the tyre wear. I think we can get down to 5 or 10% on these tyres. But as he's gone past, we'll get him to pit. How many laps can you do? 39 in those. 21 to 23. I mean, ideally we could do just 2 pits on those. But I think we're going to do 1 on those and 1 on the mediums. I'm going to get you 30 laps worth of fuel as well. Yeah, 31. Hearts are looking good. And again, we'll just take another safe one. There's no point in risking our lead. We're just about to lap 7th. Obviously, a lot of these drivers will unlap themselves. But, alright, so Shedden's now 3rd. Kielwitz in 2nd. Was there a mistake then? I'm assuming that there was a mistake on Shedden's pit. If he's in 3rd. Kielwitz in 2nd. Still on these inters. He's going to lose a lot of time, I should imagine. That being said, no, it'll be the next one he loses time, isn't it? So Stifler's going to catch up on us. So I probably did bring our drivers in at just a touch early. We're going to go high on the fuel. We're going to push the tyres just a touch. If we go over to Baumann, so yeah, he's starting to fall behind a little bit. But this next lap will be where we start to come back into our own again. So obviously Stifler and Glock are doing well at the minute. Costa's going to start catching up. But there you go, Kielwitz is a long way ahead of us. So yeah, I made one mistake. I brought the guys in a little bit early, but not being funny, considering where we started. I'm still quite happy. We know Kielwitz is going to have to pit on the next lap, because, I mean, he's going to start losing time on this one. Let's go neutral and overtake for both drivers. Obviously, we want to keep the tyre temperatures sort of this area, but at the same time, we don't want to burn the fuck out of the tyres. So Shedden should realistically start picking up pace again. He should be able to get ahead of Stifler. We should start being able to pick up and catch up with Kielwitz. We know he's going to have to pit soon because he's going to lose all time, if not. And Stippler will have to as well. So will Glock and so will Costa. Biggest problem will probably be, I was going to say Assenheimer, but obviously with Kielwitz, these guys catching up on us now. Maybe it'll be these guys. Let's have a look. So that's Kielwitz there. Still hasn't pitted. Little bit silly. Little bit silly. Conway's been given a drive-through penalty. Shedden, how have you not caught up with Stippler yet? There's a tiny amount of water on the track. They should not be doing these sort of times, really. Shedden, yeah, where are you, mate? It's 35 laps remaining. I say I might just finish the race off on mediums. It saves us fucking around. Bauman. So Bauman's catching up beautifully. Shedden has finally got past Stippler. How have you not pitted yet, Kielwitz? You know you're going to start struggling soon. You know you are. There he is, look. Should have done it in the last couple of laps, mate. Should have switched over a little while ago. Alright, so let's go high. He's in the pit now, that's good. Go high there. So, we're back up to a nice big gap between us and Kielwitz out of the pit. Nearly 20 seconds here between him and Shedden. Nearly 30 seconds between Bauman and Shedden. Bauman's looking like he's going to lap 8th place again soon. Alright. Any battles? Michaelis, Renault and Van der Linde all looking a bit tight. Don't worry about the fuel, mate. I'll keep an eye on that. It's fine. Do worry about your tyre temps, so start pushing those a little bit again. 45% on the tyres, 31 laps remaining. I want to say we can get 2 to 3 laps left out of these. And then we'll switch them up to mediums. So, yeah. Right, so Michaelis and Renault probably going to switch positions. There we go. Shedden is losing a bit of time to Kielwitz, as we can see here. So that was the best part of 20 seconds. Now it's 16. How is Kielwitz pushing? He's not. That's the scary thing. So obviously Shedden is pushing quite hard. Kielwitz is just like, yeah. You alright? What's going on? Please go down to neutral. Saying that we need to get you past whoever that is in 12th, Morton. Morton really should be pulling over and let us pass, but so I want to bring in Shedden on this one. Yeah. We'll get mediums, 35 to 37. Lovely. We're going to give him enough fuel to see him out. Well, that's way too much fuel to see him out. But I want to be able to push as well, so take that balance. It's safe. We'll take a safe. Bauman I'll bring in on the next one. I'm tempted to do 2 more stops with him on soft, so I want to try and maintain this gap. It's not a brilliant pit. Come out in 3rd with Stippler in 4th on our tail. Stippler's on softs. That was a really shit pit. It's like telling us it's going to take 2 seconds. It actually took a lot longer. And yeah, we'll just do this. Should we put in enough to see us out? We'll put in enough to see us out. And that way all we've got to do is change tyres. So we've still got a nice big gap here. Let's go conserve, because I think 15% is the cut off of those, if I remember rightly, or is it 10? I think it's 10 actually, thinking about it. Let's go neutral. I want you to go overtake. So obviously we're 4th there. How are we looking at the minute? It's good. It is good. We're going to drop position here, are we? No, we were very close to dropping a position to Kielwitz. We may still. Obviously, we know Kielwitz will probably see this race out at this point, and we've still got a pit, so if we can just go ahead and push, that would be great. We want to gain a bit of time between us and Kielwitz. Shedden has lost out to Stippler. We can try to resolve that, though. by attacking, overtaking. We've got another 22 laps, is it? 23 laps to do. 88% on the tyres. Let's count this out and work it out. I'll leave Bowen pushing, it's fine. So Shedden has managed that. So it's 4% per lap for Shedden. 22 laps to go. It's going to be down to 0. Go neutral. Hearing strange noises from the engine. Well, deal with it, please, mate. Shedden and Stippler exchanging places again. Looked like a collision there, but may not have been. Right, I need you to conserve those tyres and then go neutral. Actually, no, just go neutral. That should be fine. Keep pushing hard on the engine. Bauman, you've got yourself 5 seconds again. 20 laps to go. Yeah, you'll be alright. Just worried about Shedden's tyre wear. At the same, I mean, I want Shedden to get third, obviously, but I'm worried about overdoing it on the tyres and also fending off Stippler, who does have softs. Obviously, if we look here, as long as nothing major happens, like a crash, touch wood, or going wide multiple times, Shedden should get top 4. Bauman, I really want Bauman to get a first place. We need to get a first place this season. I just don't want to overachieve. At the minute, it looks like we're going to overachieve. Can you imagine where we would be if I hadn't fucked up the race on my birthday? I could have done a lot better on that race. We would be, if I had, we'd be third, possibly pushing for second. But again, overachieving. Don't want to overachieve. So Shedden still has Stippler on his tail. Stippler's going to have to pit, however, at some point before the end of this race, so we can gain a bit of time there. So maybe we just want to take it easy, see how it works. We may even pit Shedden ourselves and go for softs. I don't know yet. Depends. I don't think we're going to be able to see it out on these tyres. I think the tyre wear on this track is high. And I forgot about that, so... Any more tea left? No. I drank all my tea. Never mind. Well, I've got work in a little while, which is why this is a Sunday. I've got to work on a Sunday. Fucking midday until 11:30 at night. Who the fuck wants a bus at 11:30 at night? And for those people who go, well, people have got to get home from work. Number one, why are people working on a Sunday? Which is just, everyone needs a day to rest. Number two, the excuse of, well, people have got to get home. Okay, well, what about me? Is there a bus running when I finish work? Oh, the fuck it isn't. Because I am the last fucking bus, so fuck you. Get a bike. Sunday's a day for work, like spending with your family. Obviously, I know traditionally it's a religious day. But fuck you, it's spending time with your family. I want to spend time with my wife. I don't want to spend time with my family on a Sunday. I don't want to be fucking working, scratching my nuts, ferrying no one around until midnight. Fucking stupid. Oh shit. Push your tyre temps. Push your tyre temps, because they're all getting a bit... Ooh. 11 laps to go. 48% of the tyres for Shedden. Stippler setting fastest laps. Shedden and Stippler, their time difference now. Look at that. Shedden's catching up on Kielwitz. Obviously, Bauman's getting himself a nice big distance. We'll bring Bauman in on the next lap. And we'll get him a pair of softs. A set of softs to finish off. We'll give him 2 laps worth of fuel extra just to see him out. Let's bring that down to high. Shedden, I think you might be alright. Right, so that is Kielwitz in front of you. I want you to push and get around him. I think his tyre wear is slightly worse than ours. So that's good. Right. So Bauman down into third. We're going to get him to attack like fuck to catch up with these two. Shedden is in first at the moment. Baumann on the faster tyres with the engine mode he's using will get around him. And Kielwitz. So we need to keep pushing Shedden at the minute. 7 laps remaining. I think we can go down to, I want to say 5% on mediums before there's a massive sort of dip in performance. So, alright. You shouldn't be overtaking Baumann. You should be just trying to see off Kielwitz. So yeah, tyre temps or tyre are the same. I think at this point we're more or less guaranteed top 3, which should be good. Yeah, it's been an easy race. That's what I'm going to say. I've made a meal of things. I mean, we could probably have another 10-15 seconds if I hadn't brought the guys in so early on the tyres. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. This is easy money. 23%. How many laps to go? 3. We're going to go neutral and overtake. We're going to go overtake here. Just want to push it a little bit harder. That's Kielwitz there. Yeah, I just want to push a little bit harder and reduce the tyre wear, I think. We go conserve. So the tyre temp's going to go down. But it's fine. Just go medium for Baumann. Yeah, I know you got a bit of spare, mate, but don't worry about it. Overdone it a little bit. But I'd rather overdo than underdo. So 18%. That fucker is catching up, isn't he? Right. Because I would like to get first and second. We need a double podium. It's been a while since we had one. So, yeah. So we're about to go into the final lap. Or is that it? Oh, right. Okay, that was the final lap. Why the fuck did I pull back so much? Oh, well, never mind. So we've got a first and second. That's good. Kielwitz third. Stippler a long way behind. Glock even further behind. But yeah, so I think the next few races we need to, especially the last 2, I think we need to intentionally sabotage ourselves. Just working out how. I don't want to overdo. Really don't want to overdo it. Because I need to sort of promise 8th for next season. That's what I need to promise. So yeah, so we've got first and second there. Considering that we started at the bottom of the pack, went all the way to the top. Very, very good. There should be an achievement. I'm sure there's an achievement for that. Why is that not clicked up? Oh well. So yeah, so Baumann's now sitting 4th. Shedden's now sitting 11th. Big improvements. Patriciarca well ahead at the top. And BlackFyre are now 4th in the competition. 36 points ahead of where we should be, which is a little bit. No Susie. No Susie. Not good news. Not good news. We need Susie in our lives. We need Susie in our life. It's all about Susie Perry. Right. See how happy the chairman is now. We came first, 76%. Yeah, so there's a big jump up there. Another 36%. Yeah. Marketability's gone up. You're improving. It's not big improvements. Obviously, the new trait being podium or race winner. You should have had a podium trait, really. But, oh well. So, yeah. Good stuff. 120 grand in the bank. Top banana. Right, let's see what this interview will be then. Because we always get an interview. Always. Without fail. Right. Except interview. They both did well. They're both good drivers-ish. So yeah. So good little finish there. Our next race will be in Tondela. We got a high tyre wear, so I've got to do what I can there. We then have Munich, where it's a chance of rain, and then Singapore, where again it's a decent chance of rain. Looks like a bit of rain in qualifying for Tondela. But yeah, anyway, guys, that is going to be to the end of today's episode. Of course, if you have enjoyed today's episode, give me a big thumbs up. I do like a big thumbs up, not up. Yeah. Of course, if you're new to the channel, you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe too. Why the fuck not? You haven't got anything to lose. Don't forget, after this race, in about 14 minutes' time, there will be the next episode of the Forza series out. So go ahead and check that out, and I'll see you guys when I see you. Bye bye.